The former A&M quarterback, former A&M wide receiver, and object of desire first round, Ryan Tannehill, joining us for the Dan Patrick Show. What are you doing today?
Hey, just got back in town. I've been on the road for about the past 2 weeks, so just got back home, got a couple of days to rest up, and then head up to New York.
What's the best thing that you've read about you? All these columns, scouts, everything. Best thing?
I don't know. Really. I don't really read much about myself. I just try to stay out of it. Everyone's going to have their own opinion, either good or bad. And I just try to stay out of it. Just keep my head down, keep pressing on, take care of things one at a time.
If somebody said something negative about you or something positive, which would you hear first from your friends?
Probably negative. The positive, they just kind of let roll on. But, someone will say something to me about something negative that was said, but I really just don't let it affect me. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I don't let it affect me just because if you can't take criticism, you're not going to last long playing quarterback in the NFL.
But how surprised are you, Ryan, with the amount of verbal bouquets going your way, and that you're moving up the draft boards, and you're going to be top 5 or top 10? I mean, that's got to be pretty head spinning stuff.
Yeah, it's really exciting. It's something you dream about, as a little kid, is getting taken high in the draft, and then to actually have that possibly be a reality for me, it's really exciting. It's something I'm really looking forward to. I hear that the McLovin's really been pushing me up the draft board. I think I have to thank him for that. You know what?
I have to admit, Ryan, he was first on Robert Griffin III, and one of the first people in the country to be high on your talents here. And McLovin, I do have to give you credit. You said that you loved Ryan Tannehill, and you said it a long time ago.
Well, like me, he had good grades in college, and that meant a lot.
Oh, really? But have you got any sense of where you're going to be drafted? By which team?
I really have no clue. I thought I would get some kind of hint, or somebody would say something to me on all these trips that I'm taking, but everyone had their poker face on. I really just have no clue.
If I said to you 3 years ago, hey, by the way, Ryan, you're going to be a top 10 pick, and you're going to be one of the top quarterbacks selected, what do you think your reaction would have been?
I don't know if I would have believed you at first. It's something that I always wanted to happen, I always dreamed about happening, but
yeah, but you weren't even playing the position then. You were a wide receiver then, so you probably would have looked at me and went, "What?"
Exactly. I would have kind of had a hard time believing you. Just really surprised and shocked. Like, there's no way that that's going to happen, but. I've been really blessed and had some great opportunities along the way, and just try to take advantage of them.
What did you learn about playing quarterback by playing wide receiver?
I learned a lot. I think I learned how to read coverages a little bit better, just as far as reading on the move. When you play wide receiver and you have certain route adjustments versus certain coverages, the coverage could change after the snap, and so you have to be able to run around people and read the coverage at the same time. And I think it really helps translate over to quarterback as far as, seeing the safeties after the snap, and being able to read coverages, moving, once the ball's in my hands.
How would you lobby a quarterback to get more throws?
How would I lobby to get more throws?
When you're a wide receiver, because you're going to face this in the NFL, where you're going to have a wide receiver who says, man, I'm open. So what did you say to the quarterback at the time to say, hey, I'm open?
I just go up to him, not on the field, maybe on the sideline, and say, what did you see on that whatever the play was? What did you see on that dancer? And see what he thought, what he saw, and then tell him what I thought I saw. So I try not to be too pushy or complain or anything like that, but just try to understand what he was seeing and try to help him out any way I could.
He's Ryan Tannehill, the former A&M quarterback, joining us for the Dan Patrick Show. What do you do better than Robert Griffin III and Andrew Luck?
I don't know. I'm not here to compare myself to those guys or knock them down at all. But, I think I have all the tools that are necessary to play quarterback. I think I have the intangibles, the leadership, the drive, the motivation, as well as all the physical tools to go with it as well. The arm strength, the mobility, the smarts, the ability to throw on the run. I think that really adds to my game, my ability to escape pressure, throw on the run, or with the designed nakeds and bootlegs, where get outside the pocket, put more pressure on defensive backs with a longer time in coverage just because I'm rolling out. So I really think that helps add to my game.
How would you feel if your former coach, Mike Sherman, who's now with the Dolphins, did not draft you?
It would be all right. It's not just his decision. It's his organization, and if they don't feel like I'm the best fit, then it's not meant to be. So.
Okay, but let me. Okay, how about
like
this?
That.
How about this? Have the Dolphins told you if you're there, we're taking you?
No. Like I said, everyone has their poker face on. I really have no clue where I'm going to go.
Also, keep this in mind. What kind of suit you wearing?
A gray suit.
Okay, don't go crazy because 10 years from now, when we bring back the Ryan Tannehill the night he was drafted, then we're going to show you with that suit that you had on. So, okay, so is there any A&M colors in there? A tie, maroon tie?
I might throw on a maroon tie. I really don't know. I haven't seen the whole outfit yet, so I'll keep that in mind. I'll for sure have something A&M, whether it's a pen or a tie. We'll figure out some way to work my school in there.
Good luck with the Dolphins.
Thank you.
All right. Ryan Tannehill, former A&M quarterback, and now part of the McLovin fan club.